It's the 2025 NFC Championship game. The Philadelphia Eagles are lined up on the Commanders' 2-yard line, second and goal, in their patented tush-push formation, and Jalen Hurts begins his cadence. All of a sudden, as if enveloped by blind rage, linebacker Frankie Louvu sprints full speed and flings his body over the line of scrimmage before the play begins. Penalty, encroachment, half the distance to the goal, replay second down. Again, Jalen Hurts lines up under center and begins his cadence. Again, encroachment. Okay, second and goal, Jalen Hurts lines up again under center and encroachment for a third time. It's at this point that Washington is threatened by the refs to stop or else.
Washington has been advised that at some point the referee can award a score if this type of behavior happens again.
Finally, on the next play, which is technically the same play, Philadelphia scores a touchdown. Why the fuck did this happen?
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Louvu is not a madman. In fact, I would argue he's actually the smartest player on the field. After all, name one genius that ain't crazy.
The tush push, as it's come to be known across the world, is the single most successful play in modern football. 93% success rate. It's beyond just good, it's dominant, and it reflects an era of tough physical football in Philadelphia.
But you see, there's something about that stat that's always just been a little off to me. 93%. Who stopped it? What does that 7% come from? I've watched this play succeed hundreds of times, and I've never once seen it stopped. Who stopped this play?
During the 2023 season, the play was stopped 3 times. That's that 7% I was talking about earlier. They succeeded 37 other times. So what the fuck happened? How did these 3 teams stop them? First, the 49ers.
So, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason the Niners can do this is because they have fucking Nick Bosa and Fred Warner on their defense. Nick Bosa runs around the back and grabs Jalen from behind and pulls him, while Fred Warner takes the blunt of the hit and just kind of stands still. Most teams don't have these guys, so this doesn't work. This doesn't apply to any other team. Also, I'm pretty sure the Eagles fucked up here, because how does Nick Bosa just get around unblocked? So this is kind of an error on the Eagles' part, but also, this doesn't apply to any other team because no one else has Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Simply put, if I'm any other team, this does not help me at all. So, what about the other 2 cases? They cheated. KJ Britt jumps over the top and just grabs Jalen Hurts by the face mask. This wasn't called, so it counted in the game, but that's a face mask. That's a face mask. So this shouldn't have counted, but it did. So far our only options are either have Nick Bosa on your team or cheat. So how do we stop this play?
Well, there actually is one other instance of the play being stopped. Eagles at Commanders, 2023. The Commanders linebacker, who's not on the team anymore, jumps over top and grabs Jalen Hurts' body. Hurts fumbles, and the Commanders get possession. That makes this strategy, jumping over the top, the only viable method for most teams.
So admittedly, I debated whether or not this play actually counts as stopping the tush push, because it's uncertain if the fumble was caused by a forced or unforced error, but I'm going to give the Commanders the benefit of the doubt here. That makes this strategy, jumping over the top, the only proven method, if you don't have Nick Bosa, to stop the tush push.
Let's go back to the NFC Championship and say you're Frankie Louvu. You've played this team twice already in the regular season. You've lost to this play over and over and over, again and again. And you're playing for the right to go to a Super Bowl. So what do? You risk it all. The tush push is able to be so dominant thanks to a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds behind an all-time offensive line. That's what creates your 93% success rate. It seems like the only flaw is that you can only do it in short yardage situations. But what if I told you there was a team just as strong on 4th down from anywhere on the field? A team that was statistically more likely to succeed on 4th and 8 than 1st and 10. A team whose quarterback probably squats half of Jalen Hurts. A team who broke all the records. I'm talking about the Washington Commanders on 4th down.